Hello, great people. The Nigerian police force has banned a pro-Peter Obi rally in Kaduna State. The rally was organized by supporters of Mr. Peter Obi, popularly called the Obedient Movement, in honor of the candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, Mr. Peter Obi's 64th birthday. And the police made an announcement that the rally is hereby cancelled. They even threatened that if anybody go ahead with the procession as planned, those people will be arraigned in court. Why did the police decide to ban the rally of Mr. Peter Obi? As the Nigerian government and its security agencies, and particularly political stalwart of the opposition party or Progressive Congress, how have they been treating Mr. Peter Obi? And what are the lessons that we can learn from that as regards the kind of politics that we play in Africa, particularly Nigeria? We'll be reviewing all this and more on this episode with your sure plug, Dr. Omosholadeji. First, I can tell you that the Obedient Movement are organizing different kind of rally for Mr. Peter Obi across Nigeria in honor of his 64th birthday. You would recall that Mr. Peter Obi is the frontliner, or should I say that is the frontline person of the Obedient Movement. The Obedient Movement is a movement in honor of his political philosophy. So those that believe in him usually call themselves the Obedient. So they try to organize rally for him across the country. I think let me take a moment to show you what happened in Rivers State, Port Harcourt, the state capital. Let me show you one of the action that the Obedient people took in Port Harcourt in honor of the birthday of Mr. Peter Obi. Let's watch the short video, then we'll come back for some great discussion. Let's watch it.
So everybody fall out, oh, don't come and say you were not told. We are live at New Market and I expect everybody to show up and show out. Today is our sanitation day. We are cleaning, we are keeping the city of Port Harcourt clean. Please come and join us. Yay!
There you have it. You just watch the action of the Obedient Movement in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. Now let us go back to Kaduna State, where the rally of Mr. Peter Obi, the rally that was organized in his honor for his 64th birthday, was cancelled by the police. The first reaction when I read that particular news is, wait, Obi popular reach Kaduna? Because if you look at it, Obi is being projected as a southern candidate, and Mr. Peter Obi does not have popularity. And if the result of the 2023 presidential election is anything to go by, then you will be thinking that, does Mr. Peter Obi have that much popularity in the north, particularly one of the K-states, Kaduna State, that usually pour large number of votes? Does Mr. Peter Obi have enough popularity in such a state to warrant a rally to be held in his honor for his 64th birthday? So you may be wondering that, is Mr. Peter Obi gaining more popularity by the day? Is his popularity spreading across Nigeria like wildfire? Is his popularity fast becoming MTN? Is it fast becoming everywhere you go in Nigeria? Is that the situation of Mr. Peter Obi? Is Mr. Peter Obi the political tsunami that is looming to emerge in 2027? So the big question is Obi that popular in Kaduna, so much so that a rally would be organized in his honor? And let us look at the reaction of the Nigerian police force to the planned rally. The Nigerian police force said that certain criminal elements are planning to infiltrate and hijack the proposed rally. Again, I repeat, this is the quote from the Nigerian police force statement. They said certain criminal elements are planning to infiltrate and hijack the proposed rally. If you look at it very well, it's becoming a regular pattern from the Nigerian police force. This kind of statement is becoming a regular pattern. It's becoming repetitive from the Nigerian police force, in the sense that if anything happens, if you are to carry out a rally or a procession, if the Nigerian police or the government feels that that rally is not in their favor, then the police will come out with that particular line. Certain criminal elements are planning to infiltrate and hijack the proposed rally. That has been a regular pattern of the Nigerian police force. So can we say that the Nigerian police is being political? Is that the case as it is? If that is the case, then that leaves much to be desired from the Nigerian police force. The Nigerian police force also argued that there is a by-election coming up in Kaduna State. I repeat, a by-election, not a statewide election, a by-election coming up in Kaduna State, and that the procession of the rally coincides with the primary that will be conducted for the by-election. So you may be wondering that, okay, if there is a by-election coming up, then why did the Nigerian police force not request for another date from the obedient people that, okay, give us another date and we'll provide security for you, or can you hold the rally on so day, so that it doesn't coincide with the by-election that is coming up in the state. I think that could have been the logical action expected from the Nigerian police force, but for the police to often come up with this certain criminal element argument when people planned protest or rally that is not in support of government, that leaves much to be desired. Indeed, it leaves much to be desired, and I will give you instances in that regard how police have used this kind of statement. Number one is, you will recall the case of the Kano Doba. You know that there's an emirship dispute in Kano State at the moment, and when the emirship dispute came up and there was this Muslim celebration, the Nigerian police came up and said, well, they are banning the Kano Doba because they have intel that there would be criminal element that will be infiltrating the Doba, and this action is apparently seen as a move to favor the factional emir, who happens to be Adu Bayero. Emir Lamido Sanusi is the emir that is being supported by the state government. That of being supported by the Nigerian government is Ado Bayero. And don't forget that emirship is a state affair. The Nigerian police at that point in time came up with this similar statement. Certain criminal elements are planning to infiltrate and hijack the proposed rally. Another instance in that regard is the EndSARS protest. This was one of the statements that the Nigerian police used to kind of like curb the EndSARS protest at that time, but then it didn't succeed. What they were saying, again, is certain criminal elements are trying to hijack the protest. And I'll give you another instance, which is the End Bad Governance protest. Again, when the End Bad Governance protest was held, the Nigerian police force came up with the same lyrics. Another instance is the Fearless October protest. You know, I don't run out of empirical examples in this regard. The Fearless October protest came up. Nigerian police came up with the same lyrics that, well, the protest should not hold because certain criminal elements from their intelligence are planning to infiltrate and hijack the proposed rally. So if criminal elements are planning to infiltrate every rally, the big question is that what lesson have the Nigerian police learned from such action, and what action are they taking to make sure that that doesn't occur again? These are the questions that Nigeria should be asking the Nigerian police force. And another instance that comes to mind is the protest some time ago that was to be led by Two-Face Idibia, the veteran music superstar. You will recall that there was a time some years ago that Two-Face was organizing a protest against the Nigerian government, and all of a sudden the police and DSS came up with that same lyrics. Certain criminal elements are planning to infiltrate and hijack the proposed rally, and they bullied, intimidated Two-Face Idibia at that point in time, so much so that Two-Face Idibia chickened out. He cancelled the protest. So it's becoming a recurring decimal. It's becoming like a repetitive strategy from the Nigerian police force. Rather than ban people from organizing a protest or rally, why not work on improving security as a security agent when protest or rally is being held? Another thing that we must look at is that if there is going to be a protest or rally and the police have intel that there will be criminal element, why not go after those criminal elements? I think that's another way to look at it. Why not go after those criminal elements? Why are you acting against people that are trying to have a constitutional gathering, that they are trying to assemble based on their right as guaranteed in the constitution, the right to protest, the right to assemble? Why not go after people that want to disrupt their procession? Another thing, if you look at it very well, especially the political landscape of Nigeria, the big question is, why is APC and the political stalwart in the party afraid of Mr. Peter Obi? And also, I will give you instances in that regard. You will recall that when Mr. Peter Obi wanted to visit Benue State some time ago, the Benue State governor, Isent Alia, declared that Mr. Peter Obi is not wanted in his state. And just recently, the Edo State governor, out of intimidation, despite the fact that Mr. Peter Obi was in Edo State for a non-political purpose, he went to just kind of like visit some people, and he decided to donate money to the School of Nursing, a 15 million naira. The governor of Edo State also came up and said, oh, Mr. Peter Obi is not welcome in his state. It declared Mr. Peter Obi persona non grata. And I have a video in that regard. Do want to catch up with it in my video catalog. So the big question is, why is everybody in the APC afraid of Mr. Peter Obi? Well, I can tell you that attacking and trying to demean and trying to restrain or restrict Mr. Peter Obi shows that he has strong chances of winning. Mr. Peter Obi has strong chances of winning because if you look at it, Nigerian politicians, particularly the politicians in the ruling party, with the arrogance that comes with politicians in the ruling party, definitely they won't be intimidating, harassing, attacking, demeaning Mr. Peter Obi and his supporters if he doesn't have strong chance of winning. If you look at it well, they are not intimidating, harassing the supporters of Rabiu Musa Kwakwaso like that because they know that he doesn't have a strong chance of winning. The candidate of other small political parties, they are not harassing them in such manner. So for them to keep their eyes on every move, on every step, on every action of Mr. Peter Obi, it shows that the man has a strong chance of winning in 2027. So what I can say is, Mr. Peter Obi, keep your eyes on the ball. The fact that they are attacking you means that you have a strong chance and you are one of the candidates to beat in 2027. And on a final note, if you look at it, why is it that no pro-government rally is being banned? If the people of Kaduna State have decided that they want to organize an appreciation rally for the alleged good works of Mr. President, to appreciate the works of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will the Nigerian police have banned such a rally? And that is why I asked the question, is the Nigerian police more political than operational? If that is the case, then the police need to kind of like retune its operation, because it should operate fairly, independently, for the interest of the Nigerian people and not for a particular section or for a particular political affiliation or for a particular ethnic group in the country. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with your short blog, Dr. Omosholadeji. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past video. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.